What is going on YouTube? It is Syntrox J bringing you guys my Kozmo deck profile, the first deck profile of my channel. This is the deck I take to my locals. The last two times I went 2-2 and 3-1, so the deck is definitely pretty good, and hopefully this weekend I'll be taking it to regionals with me to see how it does there. And when Link comes out, I predict, in my personal opinion, this deck will start being really, really good again. People will start using it more on top with True Kings and the True Kings and the True Dracos. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into the list. So we start with the one Dark Destroyer. The card got limited, which really, really sucks. It's your combo card. It pops monsters on your board to get off the attack combo. It can't be targeted for your opponent's card effects, and then when it gets destroyed, you banish it, summon one level 7 or lower Kozmo from the deck, which is definitely good. It's 3k attack, so it's your biggest ship in the deck. And then next up we play the triple Forerunner. This card is really, really good in my opinion. You have to play 3 of this in my personal opinion. While it's on the board, during each of your standby phases, you gain 1,000 life points, so it replenishes life that you have used with your pilots, which is, in my personal opinion, just way too good. And then it can't be targeted for your opponent's card effects, and then when it dies, you can banish it to summon a level 6 or lower Kozmo from the deck, so it's definitely good. 2,800 attack, so it is kind of difficult to run over. And then next up we play triple of the Kozmo Slip Rider. This guy is basically your MST in the deck on top of your Infinity Bait for the extra deck, so it's definitely really, really good for the deck. Summon it, it pops a spell or trap on the board, so it gets rid of the diagram, it can get rid of the face downs for Zodiac. Then if it gets destroyed, you can banish it to summon a level 4 or lower Kozmo from the deck. So this one summons out your pilots, which can be pretty bad depending on your situation. So definitely triple Slip Rider, it pops back row and on top of diagrams. And then the last ship we play is the double Kozmo Landwalker. Card is phenomenal. You're level 6. If a Kozmo monster you control be destroyed, you can destroy another Kozmo card instead. So if you're sitting on this and the Slip Rider, try to destroy it, Slip Rider, you can destroy this instead and then get its effect off to summon a level 5 or lower Kozmo from the deck. So in my personal opinion, it summons the Slip Riders, and it can also bring out the next monster I'm going to show you guys, which is definitely really, really good. And that monster is the one Kozmo Dark Lady that I play. This card is just way too broken. It's easily summoned by most of your ships. In fact, the only one that can't summon it is Slip Rider. While it's on the board, you can pay 1,000 life points to negate a monster effect activating, which is really good. And then you can banish it, summon a level 6 or higher Kozmo from the deck. Its summon effect is kind of tricky to pull off. You have to have the right card in hand, but when it resolves, it's fantastic. Next up, I play the double Tin Can. I'd definitely up this card to 3 if I had a third copy. This card is just way too good for the deck. You can banish it to summon a level 2 or higher Kozmo from the deck, so it can summon out any Kozmo monster that you have in your hand. And then during the end phase, you can pay 500 life points to reveal 3 Kozmo cards from your deck with a different name. One's picked at random and added to your hand. The rest are sent to the grave, which is good for your Call of the Haunted bait, which you do play in the deck. Next, I play double Strawman. Oh, sorry guys, I'm gonna fix that. Double Strawman. The card is just really good in my opinion. It sets up your board for potential OTK plays. And it can, by paying 500 life points, you can special summon one of your banished Cosmos, so you can bring back cards like Forerunner or Slip Rider, or even your Landwalker with it. Or you can bring back another copy of itself for the overlet for the rank 2 play, and then you can banish it, summon a level 3 or higher Kozmo, so it can summon out the majority of your monsters. And then I also play, this is the main one right here, the triple Kozmo Farm Girl. This card is broken. This is what searches out your Dark Destroyer for your combo. 1,500 attack. When it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can add 1 Kozmo card from your deck to your hand. I like to search off the Dark Destroyer to pop your Forerunner to gain off the attack combo. And then you can banish it to summon a level 4 or higher Kozmo from the deck, so it can summon out a good majority of the deck as well. So this card is all the way around really, really good. Next we play one Wicked Witch. Oh, sorry about that, guys. One Wicked Witch, it prevents you from being OTK'd, so like if they destroy one of your ships, you can special summon her in defense, pay 1,000 life, and she can't be popped that turn, so she stops you from being OTK'd, which I think is just way too good. And then for your other engine in the deck, we play double Domagan the Mad Flame Kaiju, double Raiden the Multi-Dimensional Kaiju, and then one Kamungus the Sticky String Kaiju. Kozmo Kaiju, in my opinion, is really, really good. The extra board wipe cards do help, and then tributing a monster to summon them onto your opponent's board is definitely good. So I like to run a good majority of Kaijus in the deck. I picked the level 7s mainly because that's what I had. I didn't have a Gam Seal, or else I more than likely would have ran it in the deck. But Domagen is your 3k beater, your 28k beater, and your 24 beater. This is the one you generally want to give to your opponent. I don't usually give them the Domagen, but if I have to, I will. So that's it for your Kozmo engine, or your, sorry guys, your Kaiju engine. And then to round off the monsters, I play the 1 Max C, just too good in this format, discard it. Each time your opponent special summons a monster, you can draw a card, just too broken. For spells, I of course play the Triple Town. Card is just way too good for the deck. Once per turn, you can target one of your banished Kozmo monsters, add it back to your hand, but you lose life points times 100 for each of its levels, so if it's level 7, you lose 700 life points. You can reveal any number of Kozmo monsters from your hand, shuffle them back into the deck, and draw that many cards, so it can help possibly fix your brick hands. So like if you open up with a ton of ships in this, and you need to get a pilot, you can activate effect. And then if it gets destroyed, you can add 1 Kozmo card from your deck to your hand, so you can pop it with your own Slip Rider to gain a search, so it is really, really good all the way around. For your board wipe cards, you play double Slumber, and then, of course, the double Dark Hole. Both really, really good in the deck. They can pop your ships to gain combo pieces, and then the Kaiju Slumbers can put Kaijus on either side of the board. Really good against the Zoo matchups, and possibly the Draco matchups. I haven't played against Dracos to know, but definitely good against the Zoo matchup. And then we play, of course, the 1 Upstart Goblin. Draw a card on your turn. Just too good. Your spells to summon, we play 1 Reasoning. Just too good in the deck. There's so many different levels in the deck. Your opponent picks a level of a monster. You reveal top cards of your deck till you reveal a monster that can be normal summoned. If the level is different from the one your opponent declared, special summon it. Otherwise, send it to the grave. So it's definitely really, really broken. 1 E-Telly. Card is super good. Summons out your Farm Girl, your Straw Man, your Tin Can, whatever you really need. And then 1 for 1 to summon Tin Can if you don't open with it, because I don't play 3. I feel the need to run this. You guys don't have to if you play the triple Tin Can, but I do recommend it. It is just way too good to get your Tin Can on the board first turn. And then, of course, the double MST. I would play Cosmic Cyclone, but I just don't have it, so I decided to play MST. It's definitely good. Set it, and then you can pop Diagram on the board, or Tenki, or whatever you guys need to pop. For traps, I play Double Call the Haunted. Like I mentioned earlier, card's just too good comboed with Tin Can. Tin Can will dump monsters into the grave for you to use off this, and it's just way, way too good. We play the 1 Storming Mirror Force. Good against any Dino, Zodiac. Set it, and then if they don't pop it, you can activate it. And put all face-up attack position monsters your opponent controls back into the hand, so it'll put cards back into the hand, it'll put the extra deck monsters back in the extra deck, and it can help you make an OTK next turn. 1 Bottomless, and then 1 Solemn for your summon negation. Just too good. You can play Strikes. I don't have Strikes, and I probably wouldn't play them if I did, because I like the Solemn and Bottomless. So that rounds off the main deck. I do not play a side deck, mainly because I do not have most of the cards people would play in a side deck. I'm not that great of a... I don't have a lot of money to throw around at card packs. I wish I did, but I don't. So we're going to dive into extra deck. The Cyber Dragon Infinity and the Nova for the... It's just too good. Definitely a good first turn opening. You can negate a card on the board. It's just too broken. And then for other rank 5s, play 1 Constellar Pleiades. 2 level 5 monsters. Light monsters. Detach 1 during either player's turn. You can put a monster on the board back into the hand so it can stop your opponent's combos. 1 Volcasaurus. I actually don't go into this very often. In fact, I don't even remember when I've ever gone into this. But it's definitely good if you need a rank 5 that can deal damage. 1 Shark Fortress. Again, I don't go into this card barely at all. It can give an extra attack and absorb attacks from monsters to protect your other monsters, which is just too good. 1 Sky Beast Centuria. Or 1 Sky Cavalier Centuria. It's the only rank 2 I play in the deck. I would play the Phantom Knight card, but its attack is lower, so it can be easily ran over. While this card has an Xyz material, it cannot be destroyed by battle, and then if it battles an opponent's monster, you can detach 1 to put it back in the hand. So it's good against potential cards like Masterpiece or any of the big monsters that they want to attack you with. 1 Leviair the Sea Dragon. It's pretty obvious, especially summon a banished level 4 lower monster from the deck, from the Sorry guys, from the banishment pile, so it can bring back your Farm Girls or your Strawmen or whatever you need. 1 Grand Pulse for Spell and Trap Destruction. 1 Giga Brilliant. I'm actually probably going to cut this. I don't go into it. I'm actually going to probably run the Utopia engine in the deck. I'm going to add another level 4 and play that. But Giga Brilliant, if you make it detach, all your monsters gain 300, so it's definitely really good. 1 Photon Strike Bouncer. Really good card, in my opinion. Negates monster effects, so it can stop cards like their masterpieces, their dynamites, or whatever you guys need to stop. So definitely really good. 1 Frozen Lady Justice. I'm going to drop this card. I don't go into it, but it's a nice way, just in case if your opponent puts up like a defense with their monsters, you can detach 1 to pop all their defense position monsters and then push for a game. It does work against the Ghost Trick matchup. There is a guy, one of my buddies does play Ghost Trick, so it's really good against him, but I've never really had to use it outside of that. 1 Red Eyes for the burn, 1 Big Eye for monster control, and then for your rank 8s, 1 of the Knight of the Underworld. Just too good. It negates the first card your opponent plays, so it's really, really good. And then 1 Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, pops monsters on the board. I would play Titanic Galaxian if I had one, but I don't, so I play this instead. Still a 4K beaters, destroys monsters and can run over Crystal Wing, which is, in my opinion, it's very, very important. So that is all for the extra deck, and that's basically it for the deck profile. Thank you guys for checking this out. This is the tournament deck I played at, and you guys will get an update after regionals. So this is going to be Syntrox J signing out. If there is any other deck profile you guys want to see, leave it in the comments below. Peace out.